Welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays with Liza, where transformation begins as we evoke, embrace, and evolve. Hi, greetings, and welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays. This is Liza. It's so good to be here with you, isn't it? Well, today we're going to be talking about so many things. How do you like my new background? I love it. You know, it's like after such a long time, I decided to do some revisions, and bringing my nature back in. I've had this picture for such a long time, and sometimes all we have to do is change things around and makes a huge impact. So I brought nature, which is all the lotus, all the beauty, the water, into my office. So I hope that you are doing well. And how are you feeling? So let's take a deep breath and check in with yourself. It's almost Christmas. The end of the year is coming. It's time for not only celebrations, but closing the end of the year. And because today we're going to talk about two things, something that is really special, something that feels extra important, especially during the holidays. And did you know that today, I love doing this, did you know today is National Say It Now Day? Plus, it's also another day I'm going to be talking to you in just a moment. So it's a reminder that, especially during the holidays, for you to express your feelings, express what you want, what you desire, especially expressing those that you care for. And I always talk about it, express instead of suppressing, especially during the holidays. So let's be honest. The holidays are not all about joy and laughter, right? I don't know where you fit in with this. If you are all about going shopping, you love the holidays, you love the traffic, you have no problem going to the mall. When I think about going to the mall, just like what I did the other day, it was at 9 o'clock at night, making sure that everyone is at home, hopefully, that they're having dinner, and I can go with less traffic and I can just go to the mall and just take my time to, and I went straight to where I want to. So it's about how you manage your own stress, how you express what you want, because maybe you're holding back emotions. And this is the work that I do, and the emotions that you wish you could express, whether it's gratitude, love, even those heavier things like a feeling of resentment, guilt, and burdens. So here's the truth. Suppressing emotions doesn't make it go away. It doesn't make them disappear. As a matter of fact, when we suppress, it's suppressing deeper in there. That's where depression comes. It's deeply seated, suppressed emotions. So they sit deep inside, and over time it can weigh down on you. It can weigh like burdens, guilt, right? It all affects you emotionally, mentally, and physically. So maybe you're reaching out for comfort food. I know I have gained 2 pounds. To me, it's a lot. For so many, it's nothing. But it's all perspective, and it's your perception of what is right for you, what is wrong for you. And actually, I said it, and I have to correct myself because there is no right and wrong. So it's all about proportion and perception in life. Maybe there's an extra glass of wine that you drink or you're smoking. So it doesn't matter what you are doing. It's understanding how you are suppressing it and that oral gratification. Because those are sometimes signs that without thinking, we doing it. Without thinking, we open the refrigerator and we go for the comfort food. And usually sweets are our comfort food. Cookies are our comfort food. For some, it's ice cream. For some, it's potato chips. And when I think about it, it's like, what is it that I am craving for right here, right now? Um, Exercising usually goes down because we are celebrating so much, going out. And those are all great. And sometimes even all the invitations that we get to celebrate and go places, it's like, oh, what do I wear? What do I wear that I haven't worn last week or that people have not seen? Those are all stressors without thinking, without realizing it. It's like now you have to go and shop for something else in order for someone not to see it. So expectations. Whose expectations are you feeding? Hmm? Is it yours? Is it others? Are you doing it for someone else? So, or you don't go to the parties because you don't feel like it. You don't go to the parties because you don't feel good about yourself. Those are all the things that sometimes we don't recognize and we suppress it. Just yesterday I had a client who was like distraught and going through all that anxiety because it's like all the expectations that she had to meet and she didn't feel like doing any of it. But in order for her to keep faith, it's like, I have to do it. Do you have to? So it's not that she had children and she had to do it for the kids. It's not that she had to do it for the husband or anything. It's like, what would they say if I don't? And those are the expectations because of uh, keeping faith, she was going under so much debt, and it's the debt and it's her credit cards and saving face that she was suppressing all that emotion and yet adding more burdens. So it's not always food or alcohol or smoking, it's suppressing your intentions and your emotions. So the signs are just like today's national holiday, Say It Now Day. And I'm inviting you to give yourself permission to speak, permission to let it out, permission to express it. You can share it with someone, get on a call. If you have a coach, if you have a therapist, by all means, if you have a friend, talk to them. Share something that it's been sitting heavy on your heart and you need to release it. Even a secret that you have been holding on to that you need to express. And if it's not orally, you can write it on a journal, play the piano, play music, move your body, go on a hike, dance it off. By all means, dance it off. And there is no more reason for you to carry it. Express it now because your voice matters and you matter. Here's another thing. I grew up in my family. My father used to be in the airlines and everything, so I love airplanes. And did you know that today is National the Wright Brothers Day? Yes, the Wright brothers that invented the airplane. So why am I talking about that? Because when I think about airplanes and I look at it and I look up and I say, oh, I wish I was in that plane. Because to me, taking off, soaring to higher places is what airplanes remind me of. Because I love it. And yet not everybody does. And those who fear getting in the airplanes, those who fear heights, those who fear being in small places, tight places, especially in coach, and you're like packed, I can help you. Actually, hypnotherapy is the #1 way that can help you release fears and overcome phobias like that, and claustrophobia or fear of flying, fear of heights, any of that. And self-expression is a gift. And when you let go of those, it's remembering that it's so deserving of you. Take off. The new year is coming. What do you want? What do you want to let go of? What fears do you want to overcome? What are the challenges that you are ready to conquer? It can be self-expression, it can be fears, and yes, it's all about the things that you haven't expressed. Maybe you don't even know it, but once in a while it keeps crawling, it creeps up, and it's creepy. So let's deal with those. Hi, sweetie. And while we're doing this, it's a special time. If you haven't even given a gift, think about the gifts. I have them on my website on HealWithin.com in the shop area. I've got audio recordings. I have 12 of them. From self-confidence, from relax now, stress no more. If you're going through menopause, by all means, I have a audio recording for menopause, so it can reduce the menopausal hot flashes and regulate your emotions. If you, God forbid, if you know someone who's going through cancer, I have something that eases the emotions, the pain, and brings comfort. So I have a whole thing. You can't sleep well, stressed. There's an audio recording for that. I have 12 audio recordings, and you know what? I also have this beautiful bracelet that truly it's not only for beautiful looks, but it is what I call it, a bracelet that reminds me and can remind you to evoke and acknowledge the past, embrace the present right here, right now, so that you can evolve to what it is that you want. Why? Because you matter. And when you place it on your wrist, it will always remind you that you are as strong as this. And you know, this beautiful thread, I love talking about this bracelet. When I give it to my clients and some who purchase it, I remind them, this is about our life. And the thread that is woven like this is like every experience in your life that is woven, that brings and ties everything together to where you are today, reminding you how strong you are, that when you place it upon your wrist and you pull the thread, you are reminded that it's not always about fight or flight, that sometimes you have to hold on and pause and remind yourself, I matter. Does that make sense? I matter. I know for some say, of course, why won't I? And there are those who don't even think of themselves first. And it's always about someone else. And to please someone else, to help someone else. to think of someone else. It's just like, what would you do if you won the million mega lottery? Oh, I will do this and this and this for someone else. But what about you? This is a reminder right here that you matter as much as others, your loved ones, your family, your parents, your children, your siblings, yes, your friends and colleagues and everyone else. So when it comes to giving, I want you to give to yourself. And if this message resonates with you, or any of my messages, by all means, would you do me a favor and gift me a like, a share, a message, or even go to my YouTube channel on YouTube, Liza Boubari, and like my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that will help me. In this holiday, if there is anything about giving, give the gift of you. A piece of you, your thoughts, your ideas. Just a few days ago, over the weekend, I had friends over, and I used to write poetry as a little girl. And she said, have you translated those poetries? Because it was all in Farsi. Yes, I speak Armenian. I am Armenian. Being from Iran, I speak Farsi, and of course English, and I used to speak some French as well. But all my poetry, since I was a kid, I used to write since I was probably 9 or 10 years old, and I have this beautiful booklet. And she said, do you mind if I scan it and take it for a moment? And she did it, and guess what? She says, let's translate this. And I'm like, what? I'm not techie. So she scanned it and translated it. And of course, AI translated it, and it was like mind-boggling. And of course, it was all my words, my messages, and I used to express, here's the thing, wrapping all this together, I used to express my emotions as a little kid by writing poetry. I quote nowadays, all my quotes that I quote, and it's like asking you, what do you need the most? It's not what you want, but what do you need? When we talk about self-expression, it can be in poetry, it can be in graphic design, it can be in painting, it can be in drawing. It doesn't matter, as long as you give yourself permission to express. So she says, why not share your poetry? So 2025, I think this little girl's poetry will be shared and translated in English, and maybe in, because it's already in Farsi, I will bring it out in Farsi and even recite it myself and share it online. So if you have a gift that has been a part of you, or you have a gift now, share it, express it. Let's celebrate Say It Now Day, and let's celebrate you, because you do matter. And with that, I will bring today's message to close and say, may you soar higher in all your endeavors, in all your choices, in all your dreams, because dreams do become reality, right? So thank you, and God bless you, and I will see you next week. May the universal light surround you always. Bye-bye. And if you like this, share it, subscribe, and go to YouTube, and you'll see the rest of all my podcasts.